People are not your problem. See, nothing will press you into prayer. Nothing will press you into the promises of God. Like when you're going through some difficulties and afflictions and persecution. So when's the last time you thank God for your Judas? When's the last time you thank God for every hater? Come on, for every slander, for every persecution. When's the last time? Because these things are working for you. I'm telling you, if it's not a blessing, it's a lesson. If it's a lesson, it's still a blessing because it's molding you. Battles bring breakthrough. Sometimes it takes a Goliath in your life for David to come forth, or it takes a pit in your life. Talk to me, Joseph, to be positioned for promotion. Enmeshed is when you develop an unhealthy dependence on other people or things for a sense of self. So you begin to define yourself by externals, by labels, by associations, by things, by events and experiences. But you are not the car that you drive. You are not the house that you live in. You are not the title that is over your desk. You are not the person that you're married to. You're not the church that you attend. You cannot be defined by something external. You're not the money that you have or don't have. You are a child of God in the image of God, made in his likeness, formed in his fashion with the resemblance of God, which means you are powerful from the inside out, and your true essence is spirit that is wrapped in a body and has a soul, that is a mind, will, and emotions. So you will lose yourself when you get enmeshed. You lose yourself in trying to live according to other people's expectations, other people's opinions, other people's preferences and choices. And all of us to some point have lost a part of ourselves in other people. We know that statistically 87% of people wake up miserable every day. They don't like their jobs. They don't feel like they're living in purpose. They're not happy about their life. They're not content no matter what their situation is. And so they don't like what they're doing. They don't like the whole life that they're living. Well, that devil is a liar. And so often when we find ourselves or try to look for ourselves by other people's expectations or opinions or decisions or choices, it's to the point that we lose who we truly are. And we no longer know what it is that I like, what it is that I desire, what it is that I dreamed of, because so much has been put on us that we got lost, or maybe never even discovered ourselves. So when God allows the enemy to come in, here's what you find out. I believe if it's not a blessing, then it's a lesson. And if it's a lesson, then it's ultimately going to be a blessing for me. So as a saved person every day, the next most important thing is that you bind yourself to the will of God. See, because all of us have to get to that place, not my will be done, but thy will be done. I bind myself to your will, God, which means whatever door you shut, let it be shut. Whatever door you open, let it be open. That I believe my footsteps are ordered by you. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will not fear evil. Come on, because I know thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. You're going to make me lie down in green pastures. So whether I'm on a mountaintop or whether I'm in a valley, I understand that I'm being led by the Lord. That every day I say, God, bind me to your will. Because there are three agendas. There's yours, there's the enemy's, and there's God's. So God, let me be on your agenda. Let me every day make a covenant that your will. So remove in my life whatever people need to be removed. Place in my life whatever people need to be placed. Do whatever this is not about me, this is about you. Have you ever thought that storm that you're going through, have you ever thought that thorn in the flesh, have you ever thought that thing you're complaining about, that thing that you're trying to break through and break out, that rebuking, that 5 bottles of oil you've already used and nothing is breaking, that 20 hours of prayer and nothing is moving, that fasting you did, everything and nothing is changing, and God's saying, I appointed to you a thorn in your flesh. The word which Paul uses is very worthy of special note. It is given to him a thorn in the flesh. Given implies that it was a favor of God. He does not complain about it. He doesn't say it was sin and cruelty. He doesn't speak of it as an affliction. He speaks of it as a gift, as any man who would be bestowed a favor of God. Christ did not create you to be limited. There are no limitations
expectations except the ones you place on yourself. So how do I get out of these boundaries? How do I get out of these restrictions? How do I get out of this narrow-minded? Because a stronghold is a mindset that is resistant to change. How do I see life differently when all I've ever known is this one perspective or worldview that was mirrored in me, and now I'm projecting it and I keep creating the sick cycle? I don't want to play church. I want to be the church.